All right, I have absolutely a ton of crypto airdrop alpha for you today. Probably going to be one of my most jam-packed episodes. So let's hop in and start out by talking about the ZK airdrop. Of course, they launched their eligibility checker 2 days ago. They said that they were revisiting the criteria based on all of the negative feedback that they received, but basically we haven't heard anything since. There's been literally nothing announced about this, so unfortunately I can't bring you an update on the ZK eligibility checker right now. But in the meantime, there's been a bunch of stuff coming out from all of these different ZK Sync ecosystem projects that have also received an allocation. And for example, GRVT is one of those projects. They said that they're going to be using their portion of the ZK tokens to reward users of GRVT. So you can still sign up for it and probably cash these mystery boxes in for some sort of allocation. Other projects like SyncSwap have said they're giving 100% of their ZK tokens back to the community. So if you provided liquidity or made trades on SyncSwap, looks like you'll probably be getting some tokens from that. And then also there's been some other projects that have been excluded. So for example, apparently Element NFT Marketplace got 0 tokens, Dmail got 0 tokens, and a few other ones as well. Some of them might have been oversights, and some of them might have been the ZK Sync team specifically choosing to exclude these different apps. So it seems like there's a whole lot of drama going on, even amongst some of the actual apps that have been building on ZK Sync. And at this point, there's not much to do except wait to see how this rolls out next week with the token launch. The only other thing I'll say is that there's been this new meme coin that's actually been shared by SyncSwap and HoldStation and a bunch of other people called the KZ token that will apparently reward people that did not qualify for the ZK Sync airdrop. So while I don't know what this is actually going to be worth, if anything, they do have this little dashboard here and it's been shared by legit people. So you don't even have to connect a wallet address. You can just copy and paste your address in to see if you qualify for anything. And I think most people probably have some sort of points balance that will be convertible into this meme coin. However, yeah, obviously, that is not the main objective here. Anyways, let's move on now to a new airdrop opportunity, and I want to talk about the Tyco L2 airdrop campaign. They launched it, they're giving 12 million Tyco tokens, and each Tyco is worth about $2.20 or so as of the time of this recording. And in order to get a share of this, these are the activities you need to do. But really what it looks like is that pushing a bunch of transactions is the way to max qualify for this. So right now you can go to the Tyco Trailblazers dashboard, definitely claim your Galaxy points retroactively. So depending on how many Galaxy points you got for doing tasks, then you'll be able to get some Trailblazers points, which is definitely a nice boost. And then in your transaction history, you can see each time you push a transaction on the Tyco mainnet, you get points, 560 points. So the more transactions that you push, the more points that you get. Now it says that you also get rewarded for bridging and transaction volume, but realistically, and I've seen a lot of people posting about this, if you spam transactions, then you'll rank up the leaderboard. The only issue to potentially be worried about is if they remove the points for Sibyl type of activities. So if you just go on RubyScore and just keep voting, or you just keep pushing the same transaction over and over and over again to hit the daily max, then yeah, I'm not sure if that will be the best strategy long term. Currently, it will help you rank up, but long term, I'm not sure if they would allow that. Now, the other thing to do for Tyco is to check out the faction badges section right here and mint or claim all of the ones that you're eligible for. So if you completed the Pinkify your Twitter account task, man, as I'm saying this out loud, this is honestly so ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna look back on me saying these things a few years from now and just think how absolutely ridiculous it sounds. Anyways, if you Pinkified your Twitter account, you can claim the first badge, and then there's gonna be other badges to claim moving forward. So it looks like I'm actually already eligible to claim another one. Oh, maybe not. All right, we'll come back to that later. Moving on now, a quick update for Zeta Markets, the perp dex on Solana. They changed their ticker symbol from Z to ZEX. So interesting name change there. And I have seen confirmation that this token is going to be dropping in June. They've definitely been dragging it out a little bit, but the team is saying that it will be launching this month. Okay, next up, at some point today, probably in the next few hours, you will be able to claim your Chapter 4 Puff token airdrop and your purple potions and vials. Man, I can't believe the stuff that I'm saying in this video. Anyways, if you claim your potions and vials for Chapter 4, then you'll be able to unbond and rebond your Puff tokens and METH tokens, and they've confirmed that this is going to help you qualify for a portion of the Cook airdrop that is going to be coming. So this is not currently live, but they said it would be going down today. Another token claim that is currently live is for the Enjoy token. So if you've been farming Enjoy on the Zora L2, you can go here to Airdrop 2, make sure you're on the right network, and claim your token. So I managed to claim 250,000 Enjoy. And if you want to swap in or out of the Enjoy token, they've actually built in a Uniswap interface into the app right here to make it super easy to do that. Another token claim that is currently live is for Pirate Nation and the Pirate token. So if you farm this by playing the game or doing some social stuff, you can now go and claim those tokens. Okay, moving on. Another token that you can currently claim is the Build token. So this, you had to nominate and be nominated, and I didn't actually farm this one or participate in it, but if you farm this one, Airdrop 1 is now live. Another airdrop claim that is live is for Aether Cloud. So if you had any of these badges, you should be able to go and claim some ATH tokens, and this one is going to be live for a couple of months. Another airdrop that you can actually get right now is the Azure token from Azuro. So if you farmed this one, Snapshot 1 has been taken. You can check to see how many tokens you're going to be getting, and it looks like you can pre-stake in order to actually get additional benefits before the TGE. And the final token that is eligible to claim is for a Blast meme coin called YOLO. So if you farm season 1 of this, then you can go and claim your tokens, and there's multiple seasons of this one as well. Okay, moving on now, let's talk about Orderly Network. So today they announced that 10% of the order token supply is being dropped to early users, and you can go and check to see your allocation. So I'm getting a small allocation. I really did not actively farm this very much. But one thing to clarify here is that this is not including all of the road to the order trading stuff. So that is the largest portion of the airdrop set aside for merits from trading, and that is going to be included in a separate allocation or a separate checker. So if you see your allocation here and you think that it's looking a little light, don't worry, this is rewarding early traders and people that completed Galaxy and Zeely quests and stuff like that. So you can see right here that the road to the order is still ongoing. Okay, another airdrop that we have coming up soon is Nostra Finance with the NSTR token. So they announced today that the snapshot for season 1 has been taken, and they've given a little bit of information about the tokenomics and the supply. So they're dropping 11% in airdrop round 1. 1% is going to Discord community members, and actually a very small number of people. 308 wallets get to share 1 million tokens just for sending some messages in the Discord. So honestly, that was one of those very low risk, high reward activities if you were active in that Discord, which I was not. And then there's 10 million tokens going in a linear distribution to people that supplied and borrowed on the platform. So honestly, the fact that they've done it completely linearly, and by the way, this is a typo. I think this is supposed to say million, not billion. But yeah, it's completely linear. So if you deposited $20 for a couple of months, do not expect to get much, unfortunately. After this, I am going to be completely done with the Starknet ecosystem. I think I will probably bridge the remaining assets that I have out of there and move on to greener pastures, just like I did after I was done with Manta. All right, let's talk about Mystico Network now. I've given a few pieces of alpha about this project, and it looks like there's going to be on June 18th an eligibility checker for the first round of their airdrop. So we'll add that to the calendar. All right, moving on now, let's talk about Layer 3. This is not exactly actionable alpha, but I just wanted to highlight this because they've raised a very solid amount of funding now, $21 million. And in my opinion, this makes Layer 3 a much better airdrop farming target. I already did like it because it's probably the best of all of the questing platforms. It gives you interactions with a bunch of tokenless networks and protocols and apps by doing all of the quests. And now the fact that they themselves have a solid amount of funding definitely just adds on to that airdrop Lego stack. All right, let's talk about D-Bridge Finance right now real quick. So remember just a couple of days ago, I think maybe even yesterday, crypto moved so fast, they launched this rebate for bridging to and from the Arbitrum network. And basically it made it so that you could farm D-Bridge points for free. But now they have said that they're not going to be giving D-Bridge points for people that are bridging to and from Arbitrum and getting a fee rebate. So if you get a fee rebate, you don't get D-Bridge points, or you spend the money and you get the D-Bridge points. So unfortunately, it looks like we will not be able to use this hack to get free points and rank up for the D-Bridge token launch. Okay, another update. This one is for Saga stakers. So it looks like if you staked your Saga tokens, then you'll be getting another round of a Saga airdrop. So Snapshot 2 just occurred. In Snapshot 1, you had to be staking over 100 Saga, or you had to stake 95+% of your first airdrop. So I'm assuming there's gonna be some sort of similar criteria for this, where if you staked all of the Saga that you got, and then in round 2, stake that as well, then you'll be eligible. Okay, just a quick reminder on Nillion. If you haven't completed the Nil Pill thing yet, definitely go and do that. It only takes a couple of minutes, answer a few simple questions, and you'll be able to get an NFT that may help you qualify for the Nillion airdrop. And you should do this before June 19th. And by the way, if you have signed up for my Rumor airdrop app and you're using it to track and farm airdrops, this is one of the great things that you can do is, you can track a project like Nillion here, but then under my info, I can actually upload screenshots and add notes to help me track things. And when you finish the Nillion quest, it gives you a code that you're gonna need later to cash in for that NFT. You can either screenshot that and upload it here under my uploads, or you can add it in the notes section, the code. So that's just one of the ways that I'm using the Rumor app to farm airdrops. Anyways, moving on now, let's talk about Hyperlane. So they just launched a new refuel feature on Merkley that is integrated with Hyperlane. And so if you're farming the Hyperlane airdrop, you should definitely use this. They've got the token bridge now where you can send larger amounts. And then if you need to send smaller amounts to and from these networks, currently there's not too many options, but there's about 5 or 6 here, then you can send that via the Merkley refuel feature. Okay, next up, there's a new vote live on Stargate DAO. So if you're staking STG tokens, probably should just keep voting on these until we know what's going on with the layer 0 airdrop. So I went and voted for this proposal right here. Okay, next up, there's a new Farcaster NFT mint that just went live. So I got one of these. I'm trying to collect all of the Farcaster animals if I can. They have a whole collection with a bunch of different animals. And when they launch them, I do try to grab one because, yeah, Farcaster has a massive amount of funding and is probably going to drop a token at some point. If you're trying to get that Wormhole Discord role for staking W tokens, which I mentioned a few days ago, they've now actually verified the people that staked W tokens, and you should eventually be able to claim your role and some points. It's currently glitching because I think too many people are trying to do this at the same time. So they said there's been a couple of issues, but if you just keep trying or keep refreshing the page and come back, then you should be able to eventually actually claim this role in the Wormhole Discord, which could definitely have some relevance for Wormhole Airdrop Round 2 and also potentially the Monad airdrop. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about is this Alien X project. So they just launched a new step to this, which is a test net. And it is a bit confusing because they want you to claim these alien tokens, which is actually separate from the AIX tokens that we were doing in the first round of it. But eventually it's all going to be combined to the token claim when it goes live. So if you want to continue farming this one, then yeah, there's a new testnet that you can interact with. And then on top of that, there's this badge that you can mint for it. And I don't think it costs money. Okay, yeah, it's basically free. It costs 35 cents to mint this. So I'll just go ahead and mint one. So that is it for today's alpha. Tons of stuff in there, jam-packed with actionable stuff, and then also token claims as well. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.